Act 3 of Henry V. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Henry V. by William Shakespeare. Act 3. Prologue. Enter chorus. Thus with imagined wing our swift scene flies in motion of no less celerity than that of thought. Suppose that you have seen the well-appointed king at Hampton Pier embark his royalty, and his brave fleet with silken streamers the young Phoebus fanning. Play with your fancies, and in them behold upon the hempen tackle ship-boys climbing. Hear the shrill whistle which doth order give to sounds confused. Behold the threaden sails, borne with the invisible and creeping wind, draw the huge bottoms through the furrowed sea, breasting the lofty surge. O do but think you stand upon the ravage, and behold a city on the inconstant billows dancing. For so appears this fleet majestical, holding due course to Harfleur. Follow, follow! Grapple your minds to sternage of this navy, and leave your England, as dead midnight still, guarded with grandsires, babies, and old women, either past or not arrived to pith and puissance. For who is he whose chin is but enriched with one appearing hair, that will not follow these culled and choice-drawn cavaliers to France? Work, work your thoughts, and therein see a siege. Behold the ordnance on their carriages, with fatal mouths gaping on girded Harfleur. Suppose the ambassador from the French comes back, tells Harry that the king doth offer him Catherine his daughter, and with her to dowry some petty and unprofitable dukedoms. The offer likes not, and the nimble gunner with linstock now the devilish cannon touches, and down goes all before them. Still be kind, and eke out our performance with your mind. Exit. Scene 1. France, before Harfleur. Alarum. Enter King Henry, Exeter, Bedford, Gloucester, and soldiers with scaling ladders.
Once more into the breach, dear friends, once more, or close the wall up with our English dead. In peace there's nothing so becomes a man as modest stillness and humility. But when the blast of war blows in our ears, then imitate the action of the tiger. Stiffen the sinews, summon up the blood, disguise fair nature with hard-favoured rage. Then lend the eye a terrible aspect. Let pry through the portage of the head like the brass cannon. Let the brow o'erwhelm it as fearfully as doth a galled rock o'erhang and jutty his confounded base, swilled with the wild and wasteful ocean. Now set the teeth and stretch the nostril wide, hold hard the breath and bend up every spirit to his full height. On, on, you noblest English, whose blood is fet from fathers of war proof. Fathers that like so many Alexanders have in these parts from morn till even fought, and sheathed their swords for lack of argument. Dishonour not your mothers. Now attest that those whom you called fathers did beget you. Be copy now to men of grosser blood, and teach them how to war. And you, good yeomen, whose limbs were made in England, show us here the mettle of your pasture. Let us swear that you are worth your breeding, which I doubt not. For there is none of you so mean and base that hath not noble lustre in your eyes. I see you stand like greyhounds in the slips, straining upon the start. The game's afoot. Follow your spirit, and upon this charge cry God for Harry, England, and St. George.
Exeunt. Alarum and chambers go off. Scene 2. The same. Enter Nym, Bardolph, Pistol, and Boy.
On, to the breach, to the breach!
Prithee, corporal, stay. The knocks are too hot, and for mine own part I have not a case of lives. The humour of it is too hot, that is the very plain song of it.
The plain song is most just, For humours do abound, knocks go and come, God's vassals drop and die, and sword and shield in bloody field doth win immortal fame.
All thy well in an Helios remembering, I will give all my fame for a port of ale and safety.
And I, if wishes would prevail with me, my purpose would not fail with me, but thither would I hie.
As duly, but not as truly, as bird doth sing and bird.
Enter Fluellen.
Up to the breach, you dogs! Avaunt, you cullions!
Driving them forward.
Be merciful, great Duke, to men of mould, abate thy rage, abate thy manly rage, abate thy rage, great Duke. Good boarcock, bate thy rage, use lenity, sweet chuck.
These be good humours. Your honour wins bad humours.
Exeunt all but Boy.
As young as I am, I have observed these three swooshers. I am by to them all three. But all they three, though they will serve me, could not be man to me. For indeed, three such antics do not amount to a man. For battles, he is white-livered and red-faced, by the means whereof he faces it out, that fights not. For pistol, he has a killing tongue and a quiet sword, by the means whereof he breaks words and keeps whole weapons. For name, he has heard that men of few words are the best men, and therefore discounts to say his prayers, lest he should be so a coward. But his few bad words are matched with as few good deeds, for never broke any man's head but his own, and that was against the post when he was drank. He will steal anything and call it purchase. Badolf stole a lute case, buried 12 legs, and sold it for 3 halfpence. Name and Badolf are sworn brothers in filching, and in Kelly they stole a fire shovel. I know by the piece of service the man will carry coal. The world have me familiar with men's pickets, as their gloves and their handchokers, which makes much against my manhood, if I should take from another pockets to put into mine, for it is plain picketing up round. I must leave them, and seek some better service. The villainy goes against my weak stomach, and therefore I must cast it up.
Exit. Re-enter Fluellen, Gower following.
Captain Fluellen, you must come presently to the mines. The Duke of Gloucester would speak with you.
To the mines? Tell you the Duke, it is not so good to come to the mines. For look you, the mines is not according to the disciplines of the war. The concavities of it is not sufficient. For look you, the adversary, you may discuss unto the Duke, look you, is digged himself 4 yard under the countermines. By Chishu, I think I will plough up all if there is not better directions.
The Duke of Gloucester, to whom the order of the siege is given, is altogether directed by an Irishman, a very valiant gentleman, i' faith.
It is Captain MacMorris, is it not?
I think it be.
By Chishu, he is an ass, as in the world. I will verify as much in his beard. He has no more directions in the true disciplines of the wars, look you, of the Roman disciplines, than is a puppy dog.
Enter MacMorris and Captain Jamie.
Here he comes, and the Scots captain, Captain Jamie, with him.
Captain Jamie is a marvellous valorous gentleman, that is certain, and of great expedition and knowledge in the ancient wars, upon my particular knowledge of his directions. By Chishu, he will maintain his argument as well as any military man in the world, in the disciplines of the pristine wars of the Romans.
I see